Good evening. As soon as I hit the go live button, my DTF printer decided it was time to stir the ink. So if you heard that, that's all that was. I hope you guys are doing great tonight. Welcome in. Welcome in. Tonight, I'm just going to kind of do a work with me, but I'm not working for money. I'm working to make some things for Thanksgiving. So I'll show you a sample of them here in just a minute. Let me go ahead and start by saying hello. It is so good to be here. I missed you guys last Thursday. I did go on Tuesday to try to fill in the void because I wasn't here the week before, but I'm glad to be back on a normal schedule. So, do any of you have hay fever? And if so, are your allergies really bothering you these days? Because mine have been. I saw Dimps here really early. Hey, Dimps, if you're back in the chat, welcome. Hey, Patricia, welcome. Karen Murray, hello. Thanks for being here. Fern, hey, Fern. I met so many people at Blingfest that I haven't met before. Fern, Unbiased, hey, Unbiased, so many people. It was a really good time. Hey, DB. And Merlinda was there. And you know what? I'm not going to say that with every person because I'm going to miss somebody and then I'm going to feel this big. But just know a lot of people that are in the chats were there and it was a really nice time. So, hey, Merlinda. Hey, Laura. Welcome. Hey, Arlene. Welcome. And Rosalind, Donzel. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, M&T Living. Living It. Used to be M&T Living It Cooking. M&T Living It. I love that name change. And I'm going to guess this is T. Hey, Nicole. And Linda Gray. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Charlene. Welcome. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Quilt Ranch. Thanks for being here. Geneva. Welcome. Hey, Nicole, welcome. Whoops, my chat just jumped. Where was I? Here I am. Hey, Kristen. So if I sound a little weird, it's because my allergies are driving me crazy. Thomasina, beautiful. Welcome. Thanks for being here. You guys, I just ate half a donut with chocolate on it. So if I have chocolate in my teeth, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Hey, Doris. Hey, Carla. Hey, Sherry. Welcome. Hi, Rosetta and Kristen. Normal. Yes. We were so off for 2 weeks. Everybody. Not just me. Everybody. It was crazy. Hey, Connie. Okay. Yes, Rosetta, your allergies are bothering you too. And D. Hey, poor G-Town. Hey, Donzel. All right. Hey, Jennifer. And Angie. Hey, Renee. Been raining all day there. It's been cold and kind of rainy here since we got home. I don't think it rained today, but it had been. Hey, Katrina, welcome. Just got over a cold, still clearing your throat. Hey, Eve. Hope you're doing well. Probably tuckered out and ready to go on your vacay. Hey, April. It's fall in Houston. Got to wear your fall sweatshirt. Awesome. That probably doesn't happen as much as it does around here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start scrolling. Hey, D Smith. And Dee. All right, so, hey, Mary Brown and Beverly. Monique, welcome, everyone. Hey, Patrice. Patrice, I have a question. Hey, Brandy, welcome. Patrice, my question is, by talking about a donut, I reminded you about a cookie order. That's hilarious. Patrice and I have gone live on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving for, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, 3 years, I don't know. A long time, and I was just wondering if we're going to do it this Thanksgiving, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. If so, we should actually put those quilt blocks together. We should do that. It's a thing. We need to do it. Hey, Faye and Jennifer. All right. I think I'm at the bottom. you're headed to the cooking bushes. Okay. Hey, crafting away. Good to see you. All right. So, Patrice, if you have any thoughts about that, yes, Friendsgiving. If you have any thoughts on that, let me know. And we're doing Thanksgiving on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So, you know, if late on Thursday works better for you, just let me know. I know you're probably going to your mom's, your grandma's. Heck yeah, that's our Friendsgiving. Okay, so we'll just plan on Wednesday. When we do this, we do it in the early afternoon. Usually, what, my time, 10 Central, not 10, 1 Central Time, 2 Eastern Time, but we can do it around that too. Now, who goes on live on Wednesdays in the afternoons now? Because Delonda goes on later. Hopefully that works out. We're just going to plan on it because we've been doing it for a few years. So the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Heck yeah, she said, Nicole. Hey, Marlene. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this. Whoops. Hey, Marta. Let me go ahead and put my other camera in here. I want to show you what I did today. Hey, Lakeisha. 10 a.m. in Maryland. Which one of these don't go together? Yeah, 10 a.m. in Maryland. I could do 10. I could do 10. I did 10 for Demps, or was it 11? It might have been. I know it's 10 my time, 11 her time. I could do it. If that's when Patrice needs to do it, I can do it. Hey, Jessie. Aw. Okay. So here is something that I did today. And, you know, I come from a fairly small family. We don't usually have a lot of people together during the holidays because, well, there's only 3 people in my family. Well, my 2 sisters and I. Parents, my brother are deceased. My niece and nephew from my brother are way out in Wyoming. And so my side of the family is really small. Tim's side isn't huge. He has 2 sisters. And on that side, we have 1 great nephew, and I have 1 niece on that side. So we don't have big family things very often. And so sometimes holidays can be pretty daunting. Hey, Vera, because hey, Barb, if you look at social media, let me make myself bigger while we're talking about this. If you look at social media, there are so many people that have big families or having get-togethers. They have grandkids. I don't know. I'll probably never have a grandkid. They have just all things going on. They're happy. And I stay off social media during that. Well, I don't get on social media much anyway. Hey, Robin, because I don't have that situation. We just don't have that situation. Now, we are blessed this year. There's going to be 15 of us together for Thanksgiving. We're having it the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and we're going to have it at my house. So I wanted to make something that I could put on the plate of every person, and then they could take it home and use it as an ornament. So that's what I decided to do. Hey, Danny. So this one is one that I did today. And Madison won't actually be here, but I did hers. And there's a little glue mess. If you notice, look at the top of this lighter piece of foliage. Can you see that there's a little bit of singe marks there? I can see that there's a little bit of singe marks there. And so when I made the rest of these parts and pieces, I used what's called a masking tape. This hasn't even come out yet. These come right out. Oops, fall out. Oh, where are you? There we go. And sometimes it's just the pressure on them that they don't fall right out, but I mean, they cut excellent. So on these, I used a masking tape. It's a paper-based tape, and it's laser safe. You want to make sure when you're putting things in the laser that you're using things that aren't going to be toxic. Thank you, Eve. That aren't going to be toxic to you, and especially to you and the people and the animals living in your house, but also to the machine. Hey, Terry. So on this one, I put masking paper, which is sticky on it. I want to go ahead and take that off because if I leave it on there too long, it's going to be hard to get off. Hey, Diane. And so we're just going to peel that off. I don't really care if it doesn't come off where I've cut things out because I'm not going to be cutting anything there anyway. Now with this piece of wood, this is a 3mm, I about said 3-inch, 3mm thick piece of basswood. And what I did is I didn't have the exact color I wanted to use, so I took some of my craft paint that I get at Walmart and I just mixed up a few colors. Well, you can't see that very well. Mixed up a few colors until I got it to the color I liked it. So, that's one color I used. Now, for this other piece of foliage, and I've already removed the masking tape from some of them. I used a darker greenish, but I wanted it to be kind of a sage green. So once again, I mixed up some different paints and I came up with that. So I painted them, and I use matte paint. I painted them yesterday, I let them dry, and then I did all my cutting up today. And so I want to put just a few of these together tonight. We'll be here total time from the time I start about an hour and a half. Hey, Mimi. Welcome. And I'm glad to have a craft where I can just sit here and kind of do it and talk to you guys. You guys talk to each other. It feels good to be able to do that. I don't love to do laser lives because if you've seen Patrice and I do a laser live, I'm going, what? And she's going, what? We can't hear each other. And it's just difficult. So I also did a video today, recorded a video today. I need to edit it where I showed how to do one of these in case you're interested. Now, the products that I used are, that was basswood. This piece is also basswood. This has the darker green on it. Let me go ahead and take that off the good parts. That was tests that I did some time ago. So I have a little bit of that left. Just like the other one that was 3mm basswood. Now for the background, so for this piece here, I used a walnut stained, well, it's a piece of walnut. So it's really just pressed wood in the center. And then it has a veneer or a layer, a laminate veneer, I don't know what it's called, but a piece of walnut on the top of it and the bottom in case what you're doing is two-sided. So that was pre-stained. That's also 3mm. Then for, see the M, and actually there's more than M there. The whole name Madison is under there to support this acrylic. But for what looks to be just an M, I used this black coated wood. I believe this came from We Create. It was pre-coated on one side. And I had another piece of wood in here, a black piece of wood that I spray painted and used to make some earrings. Let me see if I see those earrings. Nope. Nope. I don't know. Maybe I'll find them later. But I wanted to show you what the black wood looks like. It was just a piece of black painted wood. So you can paint your wood as well. Then for the names, on the back of the white acrylic, I put this double-sided 3M adhesive tape. The reason I used it on the acrylic only is because, well, first of all, acrylic isn't porous. And so if you're trying to use wood glue on acrylic, it makes it a little bit difficult. But I didn't use it on everything because it's expensive. The 3M double-sided adhesive is a little pricey. Hey, Coretta. Hey, C. Mills. Hey, Karen. All right, who else did I miss? Who else did I miss? Hey, Shay Shay. I missed you. Let's see. I said hi to Vera and Robin. I think hopefully I've greeted everyone. Hey, Pretty Eyes Covington, I missed you. And Sonia of Just Gifted, hello. Okay. Hey, Addie. I know I missed you. Hey, Angel B. All right. And Radiant Rose. So if I missed you, I do apologize, and hopefully I see you in the chat later on so that I know you're here. Remember saying hi to Nini. Okay, we're going to go ahead and scroll back down. Okay, so my top layer, where it says Madison, notice the I, the dot above the I is missing. There's a dot right there. There's a dot for Linda right there. There's a dot for, I did 2 of Madison. I did 1 for my video, and then I'm redoing it. And hey, the dot for my name came out. I don't know where it is. Kevin has a dot, and it's still, whoops, you just push on it, and it's going to come out. But what this 3M does is it makes it where after you, well, I'll show you in a minute. But basically, it's double-sided, so it sticks down to your layer of wood, and it's very easy to deal with in that way. Again, it's a little expensive. And using the 3M tape on the back makes it where, like, these things did not just fall out. That 3M tape, it's so adhesive that you have to push them out. It has nothing to do with the cutting machine. If I would laser this without it on the back, they would come out much easier, but it makes it a little bit more difficult to get those out. Hey, Stacy, welcome. So here's what we're going to put together tonight, a few of these, and here's what it looks like before you take that masking paper off. So all the singeing is on the paper, and so you just remove the paper. And what I found was if I start in the middle here and peel in the direction of the leaves, they come off more easily. If I pull this way, these get caught, those get caught. So it comes off more easily if you peel in the direction that the leaves are facing. So it comes off real easily. And in fact, sometimes when you adhere it to the wood, it, you know, it doesn't stick down real well. And so what I do is once I put the paper on top of the wood, I use something like this and I just really burnish it down. Hey, Jay Mama, welcome. Hey, Zelda. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with a new back. This was cut. It was also scored. So you see those little lines, those are score marks. I didn't worry about masking these because first of all, it's fairly dark brown. Second of all, most of the singeing occurs there, and that's going to get covered over with this layer. So let me see. I brought out, that's not what I want. What did I do with it? I brought out an old DTF transfer carrier sheet. So I'm just going to lay that down. I keep things like that just to keep my desk from getting messy. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Melody. Welcome. Okay, so let me see if I can get this a little closer without totally blocking my face. So we have this layer. We have the darker green foliage. We have the lighter green foliage. We have, let's do my brother-in-law, Kevin. We have the initial that's going to show. And then I went ahead and welded the name to the initial just to provide some support to the white acrylic. And then let me find his name. Now I haven't totally, these aren't totally ready. You see, you still have some of the stuff on the back, the covering, and the acrylic and the wood in this project break very, very easily because I used, oh, there goes the DTF machine. I used a really thin lined font. So look at how teeny tiny it is between the K and the E. So I did break a couple. I did break a couple. Next time I do something like this, I'm going to, if it's a thin font like that, I'm going to offset it just a little bit so it's not so thin. So I think what I'm going to do, just to keep these kind of safe, is I'm going to go ahead and do it backwards. This has the double-sided adhesive. And I'm going to go ahead and place this down on the word, oops, hold on. Rainy and dark tonight. Elba, welcome in. Okay, so there's a little piece inside there. Let me push it from the back. The adhesive really holds these things together. If there wasn't adhesive, those parts and pieces would come out much easier, much more easily. I don't know the phrase that I should be using, but I did do a video on this. Hopefully I'll get it edited tonight and get it up tomorrow. But let me check that out. That looks pretty lined up well enough. There we go. It's gonna make the whole thing stronger for when I'm messing with it. So there we go. You don't even really notice that the whole word Kevin is with the K. I didn't want it to show. I could have done an offset and have that show. I really didn't want to take away from the K and the white Kevin. I just wanted to have support behind the white acrylic. Barb, I think I said hi, but if I missed you, hello. Hey, Up Designs. Okay. Hopefully I saw everybody else. All right, so let's go ahead and put a couple of these together. And now I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. Now, I am not good with glue. I'm terrible with glue. On this one, you can see some of the glue that oozed out. I'm going to try to do better tonight. Now, where did I had a scrap piece of wax paper that I brought. I'm going to put a little bit of wood glue on that. This is just a glue that I got at the Dollar Tree store. Hey, Sharon Davenport. Welcome. And so I'm just going to pour a little bit out. And then I either use a popsicle stick, or in this case, because I learned the hard way on this one that a popsicle stick was really too big. So I keep this thing at toothpicks in my craft room. Because you never know when you need a toothpick for your crafts. They come in handy. Okay, so what I don't want to do is put my glue on here. I want to put on the back here so that I know it's all going to be not showing. So let's move that out of the way a little bit. Set this down. I like to set things down on the table when they're fragile so that you're not putting pressure on them up in the air because they can break. Pouring rain there too. Now, I'm not going to cover every bit of this wood. You just don't need to. And as you push this down on your project, that glue is going to ooze out. So you want to some thin pieces of it. And it still might ooze out. You have a decent amount of working time with this. It will start to form a skin over it. And so driving from New Haven to Bristol. Be safe. Anyway, it will start to form a little skin over it if you take too long. So I just do these one at a time. Or projects like this. I've only done one of these so far, but projects like this, I tend to just do the glue part one at a time. Bristol, Bristol, Bristol. I'm trying to remember where that is. Isn't there a raceway in Bristol? Tim watches NASCAR, and I think there's a raceway there, or a track there. I was thinking of something yesterday or the day before I wanted to tell you guys. Man, I don't remember what it was. Don't remember if it was funny, serious. I don't know. if you came in a little bit late with Thanksgiving coming up, Patrice and I are going to do our Friendsgiving, where we do a live crafting on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and we'll do it sometime early-ish afternoon. So be on the lookout for that. Our Thanksgiving is actually on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Now the Chiefs play, I think at 3:30 Central Time on Thanksgiving. So I may go ahead and come on that night, you know, just in case you don't have a lot of family around. I may come on that night. I was talking earlier, we have a lot of holidays where we just don't have a lot of people around. And if you're in that situation and I can go on, come on over. We'll keep each other company. Bristol, Tennessee. Okay, that's where the raceway is. All righty. Now, what you want to do is try to go as straight down as possible, because if you put it down and then you move it, you're definitely going to get some of that glue ooze out. So I'm trying to fill on the sides of it with my fingers, and that looks pretty good. I'm going to let it sit there for a minute before I push it down. Hey, Delonda. In the bushes while I, exchange the sponsor's costume. What are you exchanging it from and to? But thanks for being here. Okay. So let me take a look at this. I don't see any. This is so much better than in my video I recorded today. I had a lot of, not a lot, I had a decent amount of glue ooze out there. So I'm just going to kind of tap on this to make that glue really come in contact with both of the wood surfaces, the side I put it on as well as the other side. Avocado. How cute. All right, that looks good. So now we have this next layer. It is also foliage, but can you tell the color difference there? It's a decent amount lighter. Again, I just mixed up different colors to get the colors I wanted. Hey, Bobby, the first one was too big. Okay. Been a hectic day, Bobby. I hope it's been an okay day. Hectic isn't good, but I hope it's not hectic like bad stuff. But thank you for popping in, Bobby. Okay. So we're just going to do this. Now, if anyone has an X tool, whether it's their diode, their CO2, in the video that I recorded, I do show the software and kind of how you use it. I try to show that in videos when I'm using a laser. I feel like, you know, some people do videos and they're entertainment. They're showing you potential. Some people do videos where they're teaching you. And entertainment videos are very, very popular, but I don't think I'd get so much fulfillment from that. I want to actually show how versus just show what. Now, it might be boring if you don't have one and don't really care how it works. All right. One more little dab, and that's going to be plenty. So see how little, I have paint on my hands and everything. See how little bit of glue I have on there? You prefer the how-tos? Good. Good, good, good. Hey, Rondrea. Okay, so, not really, but, oh, I'm sorry, Bobby. So was it Vera or somebody talking to Vera about layers of cardstock? I think it was Kristen. Yes. So that's what I say in the video. I don't have a laser cutter, but it's almost closely possible using a round piece of wood and layering vinyl. Yeah, what I talked about, I didn't even think about vinyl. What I talked about is if you don't have a laser, using a cutting machine and cutting cardstock. Hold on, I got to concentrate. Cutting cardstock, scrapbook paper if you want patterns. You could print out a pattern if you want a pattern. And yeah, if you layered cardstock, you know, multiple layers of it, you could definitely do that. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute and then I'll push it down a little bit more. And you know, Vera, if you used this file, but you sized these things to fit on the circle. So this actually supports those pieces. But even if it was, whoops, even if it was just round and this one is halfway on, halfway off, I think that'd be okay. You could drill a hole in it to attach your string to. If you wanted to, you could even take a ruler and a thin pin and make those lines in it, but those lines don't add that much. So yeah, I think you could easily do something like that. Let's see. Kristen, and you, even though you don't have the embroidery machine, you come up with your own alternatives, but still kind of doing what people are doing in those videos. Thank you, pretty eyes. Yeah, true, a wood grain vinyl. All right, so we have these two layers. And now all I need to do with this stuff is add this to it. And then I got to figure out how to make this ribbon look good. So this one, I just kind of tied a knot in it. And then I figured I'd glue this down on the back. I couldn't really tell. I might pull it up here in a minute. I couldn't really tell how they did theirs. We may not put the string on tonight. But what I did, let me see, where are they? What I did, oh, there's my earrings I was talking about. Okay. So I used to make a ton of earrings. And so there's a pair of earrings. This bottom part is cork. And I have the front and the back cork. So what I did is I used heat and bond. And I bonded 2 layers of cork together. And then I cut this out using my Cricut Maker. I wanted the back to look like the front. If you didn't, and see, you can't even really tell from the side, but that is bonded together using heat and bond. And then I used my laser and I cut the little circles after painting the wood. And then let me take one of these off. Thanks, Vera. Yes, true. You could stain your own wood rounds. So then I just adhered that to the back of that, and voila, I have earrings. But that looks good too when you paint your own wood. That looks just fine. So what I was going to tell you is I have a decent amount of leather crafting stuff. And so my leather needles have a much larger eye. If I put this sideways, you might be able to see how large that eye is. And so with that large eye, I was able to slide my ribbon through the eye of that needle, and that helped me get my ribbon through this. Okay. So let's go ahead and put a little glue on the back of this, and this one will be done as far as what I do tonight. Thanks, Jessie. Oh, okay, Kristen. Did I put the file? Did I link the file in my description? I bet I didn't. Maybe I did. Did I link it, Kristen? I did. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Christian, I just thought you were a really good researcher because you are. Yeah, isn't that a cute file? So in my video, I showed how I took the file into Silhouette and how I made my customization, how I made the names. You could do that in Xtools Creative Space, but I don't like to design in hardly anything other than Silhouette or Inkscape. And, you know, when you can become really proficient in one or two design softwares and they work well for you, then, you know, why design in Cricut? Why design in Xtool Creative Space? Okay, oops, I don't have any over here. So I'm going to use these for place cards or whatever you call it when you have a place for somebody to sit. So I'm going to use these. They'll be on their plates on a napkin because they're kind of dirty. And then they'll take them home and they'll have them for Christmas decorations. All right, I'm going to hold on to it till I have it where I want it. And then hopefully that's where I want it because I dropped it. There we go. I'm going to let it dry just for a minute and then I'll press it down to really get good contact. But look how cute that is. And I didn't even make a mess on that one. Hey, Joyce. Thanks, Cheryl. Okay, let's press on this. All right, there we go. I love it. So I'm just going to keep working on a few more of these and talking. It's really not too exciting, but if you want to stick around, we'd love to keep you. We can just chat some more. Let's do Marshall. Marshall is my great nephew on Tim's side. He is, how old is he? 6? I believe he's 6. I can be wrong. And I need to take the centers out of those A's. What I have found is it's easier to get the centers of the acrylic out after you take. Look how bendy that is. See how bendy that is? It's so fragile. But the centers come out more easily once you take this backing off. So let's go ahead and take that off. Try to concentrate so I don't break it. Because look between this H and that S. I don't want you to see my nails are gross. Look how teeny tiny that is. Thanks, Karen. All right. Why did you tear off, dear? Okay. So if you make these, whether it's with cardstock, whether it is with scrapbook paper or anything else, show us what you did. Go ahead and post it in the Facebook group. The other thing is if you push from this backside forward when you're using this double-sided adhesive, I think that makes it just a little bit more easy. Thank you. Vera says, remember to do that thumbs up. Okay. Looks pretty good. Okay. To me, that's the hard part right there. There we go. So do you guys have any kind of different traditions for Thanksgiving? Anything you do, anything you eat that's a little out of the norm? There was one year when I was growing up, my family wasn't real touchy-feely. And so therefore, probably none of us kids were real touchy-feely. I'm probably more so than the others, but I was the baby. And one year at Thanksgiving, my nephew had come back from Desert Storm. It was 2007-ish, and he had been at Camp Bahariya Fallujah. And he's not touchy-feely, but he made everybody go around and say what they were thankful for. And he had, you know, it couldn't be family because we're all there together. It had to be something, not just your typical response. And so we've done that a few times. It's fun. Renee made 3 turkeys so people can take home leftovers. My mother-in-law does that. They will have the little plastic containers that are considered disposable, but I don't dispose of them. They always have extra food, and then they send home containers of food with people. That's a good idea. And we're going to do turkey dressing. We do turkey dressing, green bean casserole with like the cream of mushroom stuff in it. Some type of either yam or sweet potato pie. Not pie necessarily, but because it's not a pie that you eat for dessert, but a sweet potato something, casserole. I guess I'd call it a casserole. And it has brown sugar and butter and nuts in it, all the yummy stuff like a pie. But I guess it's not a pie because there's no crust. It's a casserole. Hey, Tuck. Play board games after dinner. That's fun. What else? We do rolls. 7-layer salad. And if you guys have been around for a couple years and you were around when we were getting ready to go for a Thanksgiving thing, I think the next day Tim made our 7-layer salad so I could stay on live longer. I guess that's about it. Peas. We always have peas. Your aunt will fry a turkey and she'll fry a turkey breast for everyone to take home. I would like to have a fried turkey, like those deep fryers, but we don't have one of those deep fryers. Quilt Lynch says she always cooks enough to send home leftovers for the family. You and your sister started planning your menu, so I'm a little bit controlling over the meal itself. But you other people in the family, you can bring a dessert. Because I'm not into pumpkin pie and all that, but I want to have my traditional food. I've gone to some Thanksgiving things at other houses as like spaghetti. I'm like, I can't have spaghetti on Thanksgiving. Or lasagna. Spaghetti, lasagna. Stuff that's easier to cook for, 15 people. Doesn't take as long. Oh, and dressing. You gotta have dressing. But is it dressing or is it stuffing? Do you have dressing? Do you have stuffing? Do you know the difference? And don't have to have cranberry salad. A turkey roulade. Did I say that right? Turkey roulade? What's a turkey roulade? Karen, yeah, that's 7-layer salad. That's funny. Never had peas. It sounds interesting. That's funny. I think the only reason we always have peas is because sometimes little kids are picky. And we don't have so many little kids anymore, but it's just a tradition. So we have it. Oh, hash brown casserole. That sounds good. Sweet potatoes, broccoli casserole. Ooh, broccoli casserole sounds excellent. Sounds like sweet potato souffle. Okay. The roulade or roulade or whatever she said, Sonia, is that what you're talking about? Fried turkey, smoked. Ooh, a smoked turkey. That sounds good. Sweet potato casserole just because. Because you love it. Fried turkey's so good. I'd like to try it. Evelyn, I didn't see you come in, but I hope your husband's doing okay. Yeah, Karen, gotta have those traditional ones. If you put it in the turkey, it's stuffing. Otherwise, it's dressing. Yes. So my mom was a dressing person, and so am I. Okay, you're doing a different take on the green bean casserole, green beans, mushrooms, cheese on puff pastry. That sounds pretty good. Stuffing is in the bird, dressing's not. You have dressing. You don't eat stuffing or dressing. What's the difference? There it is, Karen. If it's in the bird, it's stuffing. If it's around it, it's dressing. Oh, okay. He's resting. Oh, good. Good, Evelyn. Renee, recooked turkey or reheated turkey is so much easier, and it's good. All right, Pretty Eyes Covington. Stuffing is in, dressing's around. We were stuffing growing up, but now we're dressing. So it sounds like most people are dressing. I think I talked too much. My glue's getting dry. And my mom, she would have what she would call bread teepees sitting up for 2 or 3 days before Thanksgiving, because she was taking bread and she would buy it. I don't know if you guys remember these places, but when I was a kid, I know they still have them, but I don't know what they were considered, wholesale or something like that. But it'd be a little store and you'd go in and all they would have in there was that brand. So maybe it was Dolly Madison or maybe it was Hostess. I don't remember which one we went to. Hostess, I think. They had little donuts. And when I was a kid, you could get 10 packs of those little donuts at those day old bakery. That's what it's called. You could get 10 packs of donuts at the day old bakeries for $1. And we bought our bread there a lot. It didn't have to be for Thanksgiving to let dry out. We bought a lot of stuff at those places. But she would have, I don't know if she did 1 or 2 loaves of bread, but she always made a lot of dressing. And she'd have those pieces of bread up like a teepee so that they'd get air all around them and dry out. I have a feeling that most of us now just buy like the dried bread pieces that you can get in a bag. Turkey soup and turkey hash. Oh yeah. Yes. I love to throw everything together and just have it like that. Oh, Evelyn, that's hilarious. All y'all, good looking woman made him swoon. Oh, you're thankful you don't cook. Being vegetarian dressing, dumplings are my favorite. Vegetables are good too. Yep, I love veggies. Turkey hash is good after Thanksgiving over buttered rice. I've never had buttered rice. Popeyes. Oh, like the restaurant. That's Tim's favorite chicken restaurant is Popeyes. It is pretty much just soggy bread. I don't even want to work. I just want to read. Yeah, the bread cubes. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. Oh, my mom used to make turkey tetrazzini with some of our turkey leftovers. I did not like it, but my sister, who is picky as all get out, loved it. But I didn't. Ooh, empanadas. That sounds good too. I love just throwing it all together in a bowl, heating it up, throwing some gravy over and mixing it up. Now, are you homemade gravy makers? Or do you buy the jars or cans? Tim makes ours because if it were up to me, I'd buy a jar or a can and I'd call it good, even though I don't like to cook that way, but he just always makes our gravy with whatever we're making. Homemade always. You get the gravy from Whole Foods, homemade gravy. So, Kristen, there's a store, Cinnamon Deli, not a store, a restaurant in Wichita. There's more than one, I think, unless some of them went away. And they have what's called a cranky turkey. And so it's turkey and cranberry stuff. And so, you could do one kind of like that with your leftovers. So the Popeyes ones you have to order ahead of time. So most of you guys are saying homemade. Renee, that sounds good. Bobby's still trying to learn to make them. Okay, more work, less yapping, Marilyn. Okay, so we're going to take Marshall and put him right here. And then other than stringing him up tomorrow or whenever I get around to it, he'll be done. So there's frozen empanada circles. Do you just get those at Walmart or do you get them at like Trader Joe's? Where do you get those? Because that would make it really easy. Renee, you do the homemade cranberry sauce. My mom had a grinder thingy, and we always made cranberry salad, I think she called it, but it was cranberry sauce. It had orange rind in it. I remember that, and that's probably why I never wanted to eat it, because like you're putting the skin of an orange in there. But it had real cranberries, sugar, orange rind, and I don't remember what else. I feel like she put a little juice or something in it. Stop and Shop or ShopRite, which we don't have either of those around here. Sharon, I'm not a cranberry person either. Wait, cranberry sauce person, yeah. So Tim's mom made something years ago, and it was the cranberries that you buy in a bag, and then, wash them, make sure they're totally, totally, totally dry. And then she would melt some of that almond bark, like in a glass Pyrex thing that you can put in the microwave. You have to microwave it slowly, or it'll get kind of gritty and gross. Anyway, she would get the almond bark melted, and then she'd throw those cranberries in there, and she'd dish them out like peanut clusters. And the first time I had one, I didn't know what it was. I thought there was going to be a nut inside. Oh, it caught me off guard. But after I appreciated what it was, they were so good. So we make those almost every year. It's fun because it's a sweet, but yet you get that real sour, bitter taste in there too. So if you want something new, you haven't done that before, check it out. Marshall's going to be the only little kid at our Thanksgiving. Now my sister has a grandson he's about 3 now. So she'll have him. He's a good age now for holidays, Christmas, and all that stuff. Okay, I see a little bit of glue, but I'm going to leave it, and when it dries, it'll be relatively clear. I could let it dry a little bit and then try to scrape it. I don't think my mom put cinnamon in ours. Ooh, I have quite a bit of glue up there. So I'm going to try to scrape some of that off. If you let it dry a little bit, it tends to come up better. But I'm not that patient. Okay, that's not going to look bad. Right, there's Marshall's. So we have Kevin's and Marshall's. Let's see, what time is it? 7:28. Let's just do a couple more and then we'll get off here. Thank you, Brandy. All right. Should I do mine? There's my name. And I still need to get some of the parts and pieces out of this. And your hands do get dirty because when you're lasering wood, it's just messy. Just kind of messy. Which makes me think of Jessie. Jessie, messy Jessie. Just kidding, Jessie. Thanks, Renee. Thanks, Nicole. Nicole, a diode laser, as long as you don't want to do this white acrylic, a diode laser would work. You could even, if you wanted white for the name against a black initial or vice versa, you could paint the wood white and you could use that. Because the diode really doesn't do a good job of cutting acrylic, especially like light colored acrylics or clear acrylics. It's not going to cut. And when I have cut any acrylic on a diode, it's kind of melty. You can do it, and if that's what you have, you make it work. But it is a little bit not quite as crisp. Okay, got a little bit of the double-sided stuff. That looks good. Missing the eye, or missing the dot over the eye. I don't care. So, Karen, I tried basswood on a Cricut one time. Well, one day. I tried it 2 or 3 times, and I never could really get it to work, but I've seen people do it. I'm not sure if it's basswood or balsa wood, because you can get really, really thin balsa wood. And part of my issue might have been that maybe my mat was old and it didn't hold it well. I can't remember all the issues that I had with it, but some people do. So I got that off just a little bit. So theoretically, yes. I don't know how long or how hard it would be. Okay, so I'm going to have to put the dot above this eye because this little piece of black, the dots are hearts, and that is to support part of the heart that goes over the eye. So that would look really weird without it. So I'm going to have to put a dot over that. Thanks, Penny. Thanks, Lynn. Welcome in. Has anybody... Okay, there we go. Kristen said you need your lines to be at least as wide as a pencil eraser. Yeah, so if I were trying to do this on a Cricut, I would probably only do this back layer out of the thin balsa wood. And then I would use layers of cardstock or just cardstock to do these layers and to do these layers. I would definitely not try anything like that. Okay, so let's get one of these dark pieces. And it's so clean on the front because I use that masking paper. Ooh, Stephanie says they're having lamb chops. I have never had lamb chop. Asparagus, love asparagus, mashed potatoes. Oh, we do mashed potatoes too. I forgot that. Dinner rolls and some sweets on the side. That sounds good. Yeah, I definitely forgot the mashed potatoes. I said the gravy, but I forgot the mashed potatoes. And the mashed potatoes have to be real, like not the flaky things. We have used the flaky things for when you're in a hurry for other things, but not very often. I grew up on those potato flakes, though. My mom, I don't know if she ever made real mashed potatoes. But we were kind of a big family. That was a lot of potatoes to peel and cook. There were 6 of us, so 4 kids. Not that huge of a family, but probably more than what she wanted to peel potatoes for. Let's see. What's on the dessert menu? My favorite is old-fashioned pineapple layer cake. That sounds good. So if we make a dessert, Tim has this recipe for a chocolate pie, and it is so rich, so good. I mean, it's, using cocoa and using, I don't know if he uses evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk, I don't know, sugar, but it is so good, so rich. So we typically make that because our kids always loved it, but I really, really, really like pecan pie at Thanksgiving or Christmas. I like Dutch apple, okay. I don't like just plain apple, but I like the Dutch apple with all the cinnamon and sugary stuff on top. What do you guys like? Potatoes, dolphin, or the potatoes this year? I don't know what that is either. Oh, I like ham too. Karen says, for my finicky self, we always have a ham. I don't like turkey. Hey, Ethel. Coconut cream pie, love that too. Oh, Patrice, I love pecan pie. Patrice, I looked at the menu for that naked farmer. First of all, when you were talking about a naked farmer, I was giggling. You can imagine. You know how I work. But that recipe, that menu looked good. But I think they were only in Florida. Our farmers around here wear clothes. Let's see. One year I slit my hand open while cutting food. Oh, and we had to order food. It was terrible. That would be. We all had great foods after my hand healed. There was one year my dad was in the hospital. And I don't remember if it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, but it was a major holiday. And he had heart ailments from the time I was a child. This is where, if you're out and about riding your bike through town and you hear a siren, you rush home because no cell phones in those days. Very small town. But anyway, he was in the hospital. And my mom, she was a little bit frazzled. And we didn't have ceiling fans. So she would bring a fan into the kitchen. And she grabbed that fan before it got totally shut down. And also back in the day, Fans weren't as safe as they are now. It was a metal fan. She slit her hand. So then she had to go to the hospital, to the emergency room, to have it stitched up. Oh my gosh. I can laugh now, but it was not funny then. Sweet potato pie. Patrice, you just said pecan. So which is it? What's your favorite? Sweet potato pie or pecan pie? Is pies like, are pies like rhinestones? You have multiple favorites? A sweet potato pecan pie with bourbon sauce. Cheryl, there is a barbecue sauce that we get. I just get it at Walmart, but it is a bourbon peach. I think it's bourbon peach. It's really good. What is a naked farmer? Well, naked farmer is apparently, I know it is because I looked it up, is a restaurant. And even though it's called Naked Farmer, it kind of looks a little bougie. Okay. I love pecan, but sweet potato is my favorite. Yeah, Addie, it was bad. Hey, Jess. Hey, Retired Crafter 22. So, have you guys eaten Zaxby's? Geneva, you're the pie maker. When we took our daughter to college in North Carolina, so let me back up. Tim is a die-hard Popeye's chicken fan. So, back years ago, you could barely find a Popeye's chicken around here. Since then, we don't live too far from Joplin, and now there's 2 in Joplin. So we get Popeye's chicken when we want it. It's like an hour away. But we have eaten a lot of Popeye's chicken on road trips. Well, we saw this ad for Zaxby's. Double crust sweet potato pie. Zaxby's had, was it a yam pie or sweet potato pie? You know, like pies that you get at McDonald's that are apple. They had a sweet potato pie, if I'm recalling right. But we still prefer Popeyes over Zaxby's. Yeah, Gail, I think it is. I think that's right. But I'm like the kid that you say naked and you giggle. I just giggle at all kinds of stupid stuff. All right, a little more glue. Little more glue. Lemon pepper chicken. Sonia, we did not try that. We just tried your basic fried chicken, just like we would have gotten at Popeyes. And then we had a pie. I think it was a sweet potato pie. But I think I saw Sean, so Go Crafty Sean, I think I saw her talk about a blue salad that's blue cheese and some other yummy things that she gets at Zaxby's. Nothing wrong with giggling. Thank you. You don't like sweet potatoes? What? Bobby. Garden in the nude. Oh boy. Have you been to Rhinebeck? What's Rhinebeck? And Linda Gray, did I say hi to you earlier? If not, hello. All these yummy places that I see. And we don't have them around here. However, there was one that Patrice went to. She took one of her friends to it. What did you have? Some seafood tower or something like that? Come to find out, they have one in Kansas City. So sometime I'm going to go there. Seafood tower? I think it was something like that. Hey, Gigi Crafts, welcome. You don't like rhubarb strawberry pie? My mom loved it. I don't think I've ever had it. Do you like raisin pie, though? Like a raisin cream pie? Eddie V's, that was it. Oh, it's a sheep and wool festival. Cool. I had a teacher friend of mine one summer. She went and worked on an alpaca farm just for the fun of it. And she learned all kinds of things. She came back and taught us and talked about. I didn't really ever learn it, but she was somewhere out east. I don't know. I don't recall exactly where she went to. She was very hipster, very cool. Raisin pie sounds awful. Now that the Eddie V's is super bougie. I can tell from the menu when I looked online, but I still want to go there. You got to do that stuff once in a while. Okay, 7:44. I'm gonna put one more together. That'll give us basically an hour and a half. And then we're gonna watch football because the football game started, I think, at 7:15. And isn't it crazy? Like we were talking about food and all that for Thanksgiving. Isn't it crazy that somehow we're already there? We are already, what, 3 weeks from Thanksgiving? Barely over 3 weeks. All right. I should find that heart and put that on there right now, but I don't feel like it. All right, let's do Linda. Linda. And looks like I have some work to do on this thing. Yeah, coconut cream is really good. Aw, you're welcome, Karen. This is kind of just a low-key, mellow live. Hey, Ida, welcome. Okay, let's push it from the back, not the front. My daughter said she made caldo today and will bring me a big container of it tomorrow. What is that? Okay, come on out. Let's go. Here we go. This is Linda. I call her Linda Lou. Mexican stew. That sounds good. Linda Lou. That's all I ever call Linda. All right. That one's not placed so great, but it's going to be fun. Evelyn says beef stew. My favorite stew, and I'm a carnivore, but I love vegetable stew. face itches. Mayonnaise cake. Ooh. What in the world, Vera? I try to keep an open mind to all desserts since my mother made mayonnaise cake, which is basically a chocolate loaf cake. We're going to have to look at that one. I'm going to have to look up mayonnaise cake. Because that doesn't sound so good. I'm trying to think of what my mom used to make that she put mayonnaise in, that mayonnaise did not belong in it. I feel like it was some icky Jell-O salad. Because I guess because Jell-O's cheap and easy to make. We had a lot of Jell-O salads, and they were gross. They had things like carrots in them. I'm pretty sure she had one that had mayonnaise in it. Now, 7-Up cake. Yeah, I like that. Oil and eggs with flour. It's good, Sharon. Not just it's good. She said it is so good. All right. I might try it. I might not, but I might try it. I'm just a curious enough person, and now I want to try it. But I won't tell anybody what it is till after they taste it. I'm going to make up another name. I'll call it a May cake. May for mayonnaise, but May. Because that's cute. And mayonnaise doesn't sound cute. Huh? Wait. My mom made one every day at first, trying to taste the mayonnaise. Miracle Whip. Oh. So that was a big thing in our house, was Miracle Whip. That's what my mom preferred. So that's all we had. And now I'm a total mayo person without Miracle Whip. I don't really know what the difference is. But I think mayo people snub their nose at Miracle Whip people. Without, I don't know what the difference is. We use the cheapest mayonnaise. So I was getting inexpensive mayo, but then I started using Duke mayo because my niece lived in North Carolina and she brought it. Now you can get it anywhere you want to around here. And we got hooked on it. So that's what we eat. And it's not cheap. Quill Winch, a mayonnaise cake is the only cake your husband will eat? Let's see, what do you call the cake that has yellow inside and chocolate on icing on top? I'm not sure. Miracle Whip is sweeter. Okay. Depression cake is another good one, and easy cake. Is that where you poke holes in it? You were raised on the Miracle Whip too? Hey, Debs. Debs says, oh, there's a difference. Duke's is the best. I love Duke's. Okay, Vera says, I'm a country girl. Have you ever had syrup bread? No. My mom used that cane patch syrup that came in a can. No, I've never heard of it. Now, I would put peanut butter on a piece of toast and then put pancake syrup on it. But that's the closest thing I knew to syrup bread. Okay, Sharon, send it. Yeah, Mylene, Duke's is good. Texas sheet cake. Huh. What is in it? Because that sounds familiar. Is it like a German sheet cake? Okay, we're almost done with this last one, then we'll be done. I'll try to come up with something better next week. Best black and white cookies at Christmas. I don't know what a black and white cookie is either, other than an Oreo. Syrup bread. Okay. Sharon, you can smell it before you got to your house. That is good. That's good stuff. Syrup bread. Linda Gray wants that recipe too, Sharon. I think that meant like milk. A Laga or cane patch. I don't know. I'm not familiar with those. So it was syrup that came in a can? But is it maple syrup or some other syrup? Because we always had that white Karo syrup on hand. My mom did. Not sure what she ever used it for, because I don't really remember using it. Depression cake, you mix your dry ingredients in a square cake pan, make 3 wells, add vinegar. Ugh. Ew. Minced meat pie. I've heard of that. Good for sore throat. And that's right. Yes, it does go in pecan pies. I forgot that. I don't know if I told the story about my mom and oh, that's different. Pecan pies. My mom was a good cook. Even though she used instant mashed potatoes, she was a good cook. But she could not make a pecan pie to save her life. Well, one day, finally, she tried this recipe and it had caramels in it. It was a caramel pecan pie. It was so good. But if it was just a regular pecan pie, she couldn't do it. King syrup in can. It had a lion on it. But what flavor was it? Cane syrup where she used, molasses. Ugh. Homemade gingerbread. Makes the house smell so good. I'm not a ginger person. I don't like ginger. Like when I go and get a sushi roll, I tell them no wasabi, no ginger. Just I tell them I want it naked. Oh, and they know what I mean. And we go to the same place, and anymore the waitresses, they're like, no wasabi, no ginger. Yes, that's correct. None of that stuff. Just give me the sushi roll, and that is it. Because I'm plain. Ginger is good for you, but ugh. And then one of my sisters loves it. She loves anything like Oriental-ish with different ingredients. A molasses crumb cake. Okay, how I was with grits, Marilyn. Couldn't cook them to save my life. I think I mastered it now. Oh, I have heard of banana and mayo sandwiches. I have heard of that one. Can't say I've ever eaten them, but I've heard of them. I love bananas. Okay. So if you weren't here earlier, and if Thanksgiving is a tough time for you, maybe you don't have any family around, or you've lost a loved one, and holidays are very, very difficult when you used to have people around and they're no longer around. Anyway, Patrice and I are going to go live the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, And then I'm probably going to come on live a little bit later on Thanksgiving because the Chiefs play at 3:30 Central Time, I think. And I know we'll be watching that after we have our meal. We're not really having Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving. We're having it on Saturday, but we'll do something. I don't like where I place this. I do not like where I placed it, but Linda Lou won't notice. Okay. We're done. We did all the ones that I had completely ready. I do have all these. They still have the masking paper on them. I have all these little ones. I've cut all those out. I've cut out about half of the names, half of the letters, and I've cut out, I only have 2 more blank of these. So I'm going to have to do it another day. But here we are. I'll have to add the eyes. I think they turn out really nice. So we have Kevin, Marshall, Linda. This is one that I did for a video, but I didn't use the masking paper, so I'm remaking it. And we have mine, so I still need to do Tim's and a whole bunch more. Well, I really enjoy just when we get on here and talk about what we do, what we like, traditions, things we had as kids. So thank you guys so much for coming on and keeping me company, keeping each other company. He gets his own pan of mac and cheese. I cannot make mac and cheese, Vera. I cannot. I've tried it so many times because my niece that used to live in North Carolina loves good mac and cheese. Let's do this. I can't make it. Mine turns out dry. I'll even follow those recipes where they say to make a roux. Oops. Make a roux first and this, that, and the other. Hey, Valerie. I just can't make it. Mine always is terrible. Get rid of that. Thanks, Damps. Makes great biscuits. Thank you, Bobby. Thanks, Retired Crafter. Brenda Gant. Is that a chef? Somebody that cooks? Thank you, Vera. Valerie, I'm glad you could come in. Steen's is good for making popcorn balls. Steen's, is that a grocery store? What is that? Thank you, Evelyn. Makes an amazing seafood one. I have tried to put different types of cheeses in. I've put bacon, I've put meat in it, and it just, no, I've never used the cheddar cheese soup. That probably would make it less gross, less dry. I tried making it with a roux, Linda. It still wasn't good. I'm trying to think. There's is his name AJ? Cooking with AJ? And I even followed something he did, and it still wasn't good. Oh, Jess, I'm sorry. That makes it really difficult. Lynn Gray, I just mastered hot water cornbread. Oh, I forgot about the hot water cornbread. I haven't tried it. Did you say her dogs wouldn't eat many ears? The dog wouldn't eat. Oh, that's so funny. Add egg and milk. I will. Add cream. I did put cream in it. I remember that. Milk and butter. Steen's is the cane syrup and the yellow can. Okay, from Louisiana. Gotcha. Thanks, Martha. All right. Well, let me. Philly Boy J. I've never heard of him. But let me show you up here. See, it's so cute. If anybody tries these, again, whether you are like Vera talked about getting the little wood rounds and then using other things. I think she talked about vinyl. You could use cardstock and then assembling them with things other than just all thick things here. Let us see what they look like. Let us see them. Put them in the Facebook group. I'd love to see them. And, you know, everybody has different color schemes and all that. Thank you. All right. So someday we need to have a way to share some of these old recipes. That would be fun. And then, you know, each person could try one. We could get back together and talk about it. I haven't. I made my first one today, which was this one. But I'm wondering if you could find them on Etsy. I'll bet people do sell them on Etsy. Okay, Bobby, share what you figure out. Renee, me too. What did I have? I had my husband cut a donut that had chocolate on the top into this morning, and I took a piece of it right before the live. Hey, Dr. Anita Horn, welcome. Thanks. Thanks, Eve. All right. You guys, thanks for coming in tonight, keeping me company, chatting with each other. I assume Patrice will be on tomorrow night, but I don't know. Just ate taco beans and rice. That sounds good. Combine Bling Fest with Recipe Fest. That's good. So anyway, hopefully she'll be on tomorrow night. Okay, Ida, email me. makingwithmarilyn@gmail.com. Anyway, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night in Patrice's chat if she's on there. Otherwise, I know she and Delonda are doing so good this weekend, but I don't know which day. And let's see, Demps, you said you're coming on tomorrow morning. Is that right? Thanks, Addie. Does anyone know what the Bling Box Zoom is on Saturday? So I got a Bling Box in the mail while I was in North Carolina. So if there's one, did you get an email about it, Jess? Oh, that would be good, Kristen. Turn clocks back this weekend. Okay, we turn them back so we gain an hour. I like that. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Dee. Hey, V. I don't remember what I asked and then I was waiting. I don't remember. I'm losing it. All right. Hopefully I said, oh, I know I was waiting about So Good and the Zoom thing. I've not heard about the Zoom yet. I might have a premiere, not sure yet. Your nephew is home from school tomorrow. Oh. But he's been there before. He's well behaved. That was so funny. One day you're like, and he did. But if you have a premiere, if I'm not there during the live, I'll watch it afterwards. But hopefully I'll get that notification and clue in to watch it. You have not gotten an email. That's why you're asking. Okay. Clocks are this weekend. I thought it was next weekend. All right. All right. Well, V, here's what I made. I put some of these together. I made these with a laser, and I have a video that I'll be editing tonight and tomorrow, so it'll be out within the next couple days. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you, Karen, and I hope to see you tomorrow night in Patrice's live. Let's figure out where the end button is, and emails will come out. They always do. That's right. All right. I'll see you guys later.